Welcome to the Cheer Athlete. This week, I'm going to talk about mindset and believing that you can do it. Welcome to the Cheer Athlete podcast, where we bring coaches, parents, and athletes expert tips and advice to help keep cheerleaders healthy, strong, and at the top of their game. Now, let's go. I'm Laura Turner, and I'm a physical therapist and a strength coach, and a former cheer coach and former cheerleader. And here we are on the Cheer Athlete. As I just wrapped up day one of my beta program, Flexibility, Power, and Confidence. It's a 4-week program that I'm running for a group of people right now to really help improve the flexibility of their flyers and improve their power and flexibility for their jumps as well. And in the process of planning this, I'm thinking on mindset and confidence and how that's shaped me through my life. Now I'm recording this the day after Memorial Day, so May 27th, 2025, and it's going to come out tomorrow, so you'll hear it after, and it's after Memorial Day. But why not celebrate or recognize all the time? So I'm going to recognize Memorial Day a little bit too. If you saw my social media post yesterday, I posted a clip of me changing my windshield wiper on my car. And this is what really triggered this particular topic that I wanted to talk about. I'm not very good at doing maintenance work on my cars. I don't, I take it to get the oil change when I need to. I went a little longer this past year, not the best thing, but the car's fine. Anyways, I got we had a snowy winter. The ice always makes the windshield wiper stick a little bit to the windshield, and it tore the windshield wiper a little bit. So for the past 2 months, I've been driving around with this little flap hanging around. I could see it really wasn't bad and not safe. If you're a kid listening to this or you're teaching your kids, this is my push to go get those windshield wipers, and you can change them yourself. They're super easy to do, which I found out yesterday. Part of why um, why I shy away from doing it. I knew that I could do it, and I didn't want to go spend the money or leave my car someplace for a day to get the windshield blade changed. My husband's been traveling for work, so he wasn't able to do it. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I can't, I should be able to do this. I think it's easy. I don't know. Do I have the confidence to go and do it myself? And I will admit, when I bought it and I started to go and I couldn't quite get it open to flip the flip up to take the old wiper blade off, I almost gave up and went, and my husband's home now, and I almost went and asked him. Um, and I didn't want to do that because I wanted to do it myself. And so I persevered. And then I got stuck. I figured out, I got it off. I got the wiper blade on, and I got it hooked in and around, and then I couldn't close it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to go ask him. I almost gave up again, but I persisted, and I looked at it again, and I said, well, what if I turn it around? And then it just closed easy. It latched on, it closed easy, no problem. Um, and it's a little thing, right? It's a wiper on a car. Most of you probably listening, either yourself or your husband, have changed 1,000 of them. I don't know why it took me so long to do it. I just didn't do it, right? But I got it done, and that was a sense of accomplishment for me. And so it boosted my confidence. And it reminded me that I have to stick with it and keep going, and don't just give up. And I think that's a key piece for cheerleaders. Like, don't just give up. Maybe you're not making the team that you want this year. Maybe you aren't feeling the way you need to do what you want to be working on. Maybe you're not getting a muscle contraction that you're looking for, or like being able to stand up tall or pull your leg up into a heel stretch. But don't give up. Maybe you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. You need to try something different. I had to walk away from that a few times. I couldn't flip the switch open. I had to go get a screwdriver to help me lift it up. There was other tools needed to make it happen. And that might happen when you're working on your mobility or your strength. And so if you're not always trying the same thing and it's not working, seek another option. Coaches, if you are always telling your kids, you just need to stretch more, you need to go sit in your stretches all day long, and they're not getting any more flexible or stronger in their jumps, then it's not working. So change it. Look at something different. Maybe they don't actually need to stretch. Maybe they need to work on mobility, or maybe they need to have control and take it a little slower. If you're a cheerleader and you're not progressing the way that you want to, find out why. It's your right to ask questions why. The answer from your coach might be, well, you don't do this, or you can't do this, or you're not making progress here. In which case, okay, what do I need to do to get there? Their answer is going to be limited. And I don't mean this by throwing shade, but like they're going to tell you what they know and what they've done. They might not have the answer for you. So yes, you might seek other answers. Maybe you're asking on the cheer mom groups. Maybe you're going on YouTube and looking for different videos. Maybe you come and ask me a question and like and look at it from different eyes. There's lots of different ways to peel an egg. There's lots of different ways to get to the heart of a problem. And if it's not working, don't give up. Find a different way. The other piece with Memorial Day had me flashing back to school, and I really I never growing up never ever crossed my mind that I would go into military. It's not my strong point, right? It wouldn't be. I'm afraid. I don't like guns. I'm afraid of cannons. I don't know if we even have cannons anymore. I'm watching Rain on Amazon, and there's firing cannons because it's 1500s. I don't have that drive to do that. And the draft was still in place when I was in high school. And I was terrified that my little brother was going to have to get called up, or my boyfriends in high school were going to get called. We weren't at an active war when I was in high school, but in 1991, when I was graduating high school, I think it was 1990, the year before I was entering my senior year, and who's now my husband had just graduated, and I was terrified he was going to get drafted and brought to, I think it was Iraq. Um, Apologize if I don't remember that correctly, but I was terrified. So that has never been my thing. However, I would walk by the kids that were there on scholarship, ROTC scholarships, in they were offered fair scholarships to join, and they just had to, give service after. And for a hot second, I did think, is this should I do this? And I started to talk to somebody because it would have helped me get through school. And I like to exercise, and that's what I think of as basic training, right? And then I thought, oh, I don't know if I could do it. Getting up at 5 a.m. or earlier to go run 3 miles, like not my thing again. So I didn't have that commitment to do it. And my point of this is I didn't believe in myself to be able to do it. Now, on awareness end, I know myself well enough that I would not be a strong military person. I would be a great physical person, do the physical therapy, but I couldn't do the rest of it. And I really appreciate the people that do, that have gone and fought and helped to protect the country or protect the world. Like no matter if you're in the U.S. military or in another country in the military, like it takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of bravery to do that. And on the physical end, I didn't give myself enough slack. I didn't give myself enough credit, not slack. Credit. Like when I was cheering, we were working out all the time. I would go out, outside practices. We would have private practices that we would do extra stunting, and try new stuff. We did always have a spot when we were safe about it. But we'd like to go do that. And I was pushing myself physically to do that. And I could do push-ups. I was getting stronger. I didn't have that confidence. And I look back and think the work that we do as cheer is very similar. And now more so, the conditioning you have, you're strong. you work, you could do those Murphy workouts, which seem crazy to me, to get through. So if it's something that you're considering, if you're struggling thinking about school, like you can do both. It takes a lot of time. You have to keep your studies up. You have to keep your body in physical shape and eat enough food and get enough rest and do your homework. But it is possible to do that. So if that's something that interests you, go for it. And my takeaway is you could do anything you put your mind to. So put your mind to it. If you want to something bad enough, if you want to go and help somebody and you want to make a difference in the world, maybe it's not straight up Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or National Guard, but maybe it's you're going to be a physician in that. Maybe you're going to go into Peace Corps or another branch, or just serve in your town to help other people. The people that gave their lives, the people that gave their lives both by in death, but also gave their lives to go serve the country, that especially, that they were called up, they chose to do it, whatever, however it is, like that's giving back. And it's not just about going and fighting the bad guys. It's about protecting, it's about serving other people. And we can do that every day. So maybe it's not in the military. Maybe it's talking to your friend. Maybe it's giving a supportive ear. Maybe it's helping, bringing food to a homeless shelter or to a food bank. There are lots of ways that we can be of service and give. That doesn't necessarily mean we're in the military, but by all means, embrace those people that do what they do, because just from my changing that windshield wiper on my car, I recognized it came to me like, wow, the things that they have to go through. The windshield wiper was nothing, but they learn a lot and they do a lot and they have to be self-sufficient. And I think that can carry over into cheer as well. And that the key is be confident in your ability to help others, confident in your ability to help yourself, seek new ways to do things, and keep pushing yourself to learn and to feel and be aware of what you're doing. And that will make the world a better place and it'll make you a better cheerleader in the long run. I Let me know your biggest takeaway. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Conversation is always good. I think having healthy conversation leads to a healthy cheer athlete too. If you want to know more about this beta course that's going on, send me a message on Instagram at the Cheer PT, or you can message me on Facebook. I have Laura Turner under Facebook is my name, obviously. And then there's the Cheer Athlete page as well, which you could message me there as well. Or come join the Health and Wellness for Cheer Athletes group and ask away. So if you have questions about that, just let me know. My book was set to come out today, but somehow I clicked a button and the Kindle version did get released last week. The soft cover print is actually going to come out now on June 6th because I did something wrong when I hit send, but it's coming out not June 6th, June 2nd. So today is Tuesday, May 27th. It'll be out in a few days, 5 days. And if you take a look at it, see what you think. Hope that there's some helpful information for you. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks to all the veterans. Thanks for everybody that served. Thank you for coaches for doing what you do, for cherishing your kids. I hope you gave some shout outs in your heart yesterday for all of those who have gone before us, and who continue to cheer us on from above. Make it a great week. Don't forget, when in doubt, breathe it out. Take life one step at a time. You can do anything you put your mind to. And as my dear friend Drew Kelleher said, you're responsible for your own vibes. So go get the day.